Yeah.
Ready in
Sure.
3,
Let's go
2,
with that.
and whatever. I don't even know what we're gonna be called. We're just gonna wing this. Hey everybody. Hi.
Hi.
What's up,
Hello.
everyone? We don't know what we're doing yet. We still haven't decided a name for this, but we at least have some subjects for everybody to talk about. Let's get some quick introductions out the way as we figure everything out. I'm Chris. I guess I'm going to be leading this motley crew of jerks and monsters and Kevin. Again,
Wait a minute. Which one between me and Tim is jerk and monster?
I'm a
you
monster.
figured it out. You got it right. He is Tim is kind of a monster, but we still love him. Not really anything special. It's just pretty much we don't have much going on here. This is episode 0. We are still figuring this out. So love us, bear with us as we work through this. This is going to be like a counseling session for us. We love you. So, I don't even know what side he's on right now, but up here we have our boy Face. Say hi, Face.
Hell.
What
up, people? Hell.
Lord jeez. Next up, we got our boy Kevin. Say hello, Kevin.
Going on?
All right.
What I gotta be last for?
You're Tim. Of course you're last.
Damn it, Tim. Just go with it. And last but certainly not least, one of the most lovable people in the world, we have Tim.
Hello.
So, again, we're winging it here. Tim is just going to be Tim, so we're going to let him wing it for a little bit. But let's get started with something simple. What you guys have been playing this week? What has been, killing time for you? What's been going on? Anybody?
All right. So I'll start. Whatever. I'm cutting Tim off because, Tim wasn't.
I was about to be like, David.
What I've been playing this week, Marvel Heroes 2015, and it has been godlike. Why? I found out that the makers of Diablo 1 and 2 actually made the game, and it's awesome. It's really awesome. Like, I like it better than Diablo 3 because I get to play as superheroes I've always liked, and they did it in a way where it's really, really free, like freedom. Nightcrawler. I'm teleporting all over the place, man. It's great. Then I was playing, just today, Tim bought this for me. Shout outs to Tim.
It's like you forgot your own brother's name.
What's it called? Tokiden Kiwami is what it is. It's like Monster Hunter.
Okay,
but
I
it's
was asking
more,
what that was.
Yeah. It's like Monster Hunter, but it's more of an Asian kind of thing. It's not all dragons and wyverns and stuff like that. It's more of onis, like demons and stuff. It's actually really cool. It's not a great port, but it's really fun.
All right, I might have to check that out.
And a bunch of clicker games that I can just sit there and click at work. That's
Jesus Christ, you are the American dream right there. I'm just playing these while I'm at work. click, it's fine.
Just clicking away. Oh, and Heroes. Here's the Storm. Of course.
Well, of course.
I mean, we've all been playing that every year.
How does one team?
How does one team? Hashtag.
I feel like we can't play that without raging at anybody else on our team. If we don't have a full team, someone on our team is going to do something stupid, and we have to just we automatically. How does one team? What are you doing? Oh.
Even if you're on a full team, I start raging at somebody. Me and Tim will rage at each other just for a couple seconds.
That's true.
I just want to point something out. 9 times out of 10, when you rage and you're angry, we're all still on Tim's side. We love you. We're still on Tim's side, though. Because he usually plays the tank, so I'm not pissing the tank off.
I play the support. You want heals, brother? Do you want heals?
Yes, I want heals.
Say hashtag, how does one team?
Hashtag, how does one team? How does one team? Help.
Oh, you the tank? I'm going to follow you. But you ain't getting.
Well, you should follow the tank, too. That's how we get kills.
That's true. He's the one supposed to be diving in first. Yeah, exactly.
It's just, we'll save it for when we actually start talking about that sort of thing sometime.
So we'll get there in the future. Everybody else, Kevin, what have you been playing this week?
I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV because, as we all know,
nerd.
The expansion. I don't want to hear it. Expansion came out on Tuesday, But in actuality, I got early access, so I've basically been playing. I played about 8 hours on Friday, about 15 on Saturday, and probably pretty much every night this week. It is pretty amazing. The new jobs are fun, even though the one I picked was kind of anticlimactic. David, stop your face. The storyline is amazing, but the grinding is a little bit painful. But it is still fun. I still love the game. The expansion, they've basically created another game within the game. So I like it. I think it's awesome.
It's an MMO. It's an MMO.
I mean,
I've lost my friend, ladies and gentlemen, to an MMO.
That's what they do, man.
Okay, go along with losing a friend to an MMO.
Oh
So, Kevin and Vince pretty much told us, don't come over. Not yesterday, but the weekend before last. No, okay, it wasn't Kevin. Okay, it wasn't Kevin. Vince was like, just don't come over. Because he's like, I was
not included in this.
And then yesterday I texted Vince, I'm like, dude, me and Tim are coming over. He's like, what time? And just FYI, I'm going to be on Final Fantasy the whole time. I'm like, you've been playing that game since the early access came out, man. You've been playing it for a week nonstop. And I know how you play games. You've been playing it for hours and hours and hours a day. You can take a break and hang out with your people.
Your friends.
Okay, I want to clarify on that. He got home at 2 o'clock on Friday when early access started. He played till probably 5 the next morning, went to sleep, got up, played for another 18 hours the next day, went to sleep, got up, couldn't play that day just because it was Father's Day, and he's played every night since. So I agree with what this man said. He can take a break and hang out with us. He would even go in the next room. Remember when he went and watched Orange is the New Black when you were over here?
Yep.
Like, he can take a break from it. But I'm getting off on the subject. But I agree, it was not me.
He's a good, horrible friend.
Yeah.
That describes it perfectly.
He's a Vince.
He's a good, horrible friend. Tim, come on, man. You have got to pick up the slack. What have you been playing?
Well,
Tim's already slacking.
Basically everything David's been playing. So,
brothers, I swear.
You ask David first.
Fine. Next week we'll ask you first. You want to be that special little snowflake?
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna play something different. Just I played this.
Oh, thank you. Fine. Appreciate it.
Right.
I guess I'm not man out. I've been
Age
playing
of Mythology, that's different.
Oh, you would. Yeah.
Age of Mythology is one of the best RTS games ever.
You would. You disgust me.
Right under StarCraft.
No, Dawn of War. So much better. No, I don't know. I guess I'm the odd man out. I've just been playing Batman.
The new Batman?
The new Batman, protector of Gotham City. Gotham City's kind of fucked up. Gotham City is looking rough.
Kinda.
Gotham City. I feel for people in Gotham City. Whoever's left. You know, I feel for anybody who has to go home to that. 'Cause I haven't beaten it yet, but the way things are looking, you ain't got much left, bro.
Where are these people coming from? They're being lied to. They're not. It's like North Korea. Okay, they're not being showed anything of that's going on in Gotham. Like, this place looks great. Look at all the skyscrapers. You know they got money. They go to live there. Scarecrow gets a hold of them. Bam! You see it in your worst nightmare all over the place.
One person in that city has money, and he's having a really bad day. What's going on? Batman. Oh, man. Other than Batman, which I'm loving to death right now, Heroes of the Storm. Again, hashtag how does one team? Marvel Heroes, I've been playing with FaZe and Tim. I have so many heroes to level. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I just have so many heroes in that I'm glad we just finally settled on one and just power leveled it. And it only took me like less than a day to get to 36. Because otherwise we'd have been there all night. I'm like, I can level Emma Frost. I can level Captain America. Oh, look, I have Black Panther.
I'm still trying to decide who my second hero is going to be.
Gambit.
I got Magneto.
I have no splinters or whatever they are.
Magneto's nice. How many splinters do you have?
About 70 something.
About how many?
I have like
470 something.
All right, hold on.
That's because hold on.
The
second day login
before you even start anything, I want to back up everyone. This man when we first started playing, got no drops, no eternity drops,
I
nothing.
never knew.
And he was so salty. Me and Tim were playing. We're sitting there like, Eternity Splinter, Eternity Splinter, Eternity Splinter. He's like, how are you getting Eternity Splinter right now? So now he has 475. I think I have 325. I'm almost there for another character. So we'll see.
Well, it's like I said, the second day login reward was 400 splinters.
Tim, you got that too? You got your splinters?
Yeah.
You got Magneto though?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you get Magneto?
I don't know who I'm going to get.
I liked Magneto.
All right, it's fine. Whatever. I'm just messing with you. I'm just because I have Magneto too. It's cool. Whatever. It's cool. All right, no.
You guys are gonna make me play this game, aren't you?
Yes, you should. You should. It's free.
Yeah.
It's not a system hog. It's fun. That's all you need.
That's true.
It's superheroes.
It's superheroes.
Superhero. Geek superhero.
Superheroes. Oh, stop. Let me stop.
Static Shock.
Let's get back on the rails. Get back on the rails
God.
before we end up like some of these other podcasts. All right, let's jump right into it. We have 4 topics today. We're going to be doing this usually every week. Everyone gets to pick a topic, completely random. We're all going into this blind, apparently, because nobody wanted to share. Looking at you, Face. Looking at you, Tim.
I would have shared. You didn't ask though.
I did ask, and then I told you not to. So yes, it's partially my fault. I'm sorry.
What you got? Don't tell.
All right, so we're gonna jump in this 4 topics. As I'm the host, I choose. I'm going last. Suckers. Thank you. And we're actually gonna start this off with something nice. Kevin, my heart,
Yo.
my love. Kevin, what is your topic this week? What you got?
Well, my topic is about MOBAs.
Oh,
But more specifically, Dota released a Dota Reborn thing where they were basically revamping everything about the game. The system, like the boot up system, the game itself, the engines, everything's changing. They went into beta. So, and I'm explaining the story, what led to me to this topic. And people posted on Reddit about people were leaving League of Legends going to Dota because people were unhappy that League of Legends wasn't releasing anything anytime soon. They weren't updating. They weren't trying to improve their blah, blah, blah. People went to Dota. Like 80% of them went back because they got kind of salty about an item. But I digress. For people like that, I think maybe, I guess, going over the different types of MOBAs, I just want to kind of discuss, because all of us have kind of played a different type of MOBA. We've all played Heroes. I played a little bit of League. I played Dota. Chris here has played Dawngate. So I think it's a good idea to kind of, I would like to discuss what we like and dislike about some games,
Rest in peace.
about MOBA games. 'Cause it's been, MOBAs are just going up and up and up and up and up, and they're probably never going to stop. We all know this. League is already almost in the Olympics at this point. It's not going to stop going up. So I think it's a good subject to talk about.
I agree.
Yes.
I don't know about being the Olympics.
It's
Especially
true.
the
They've
Olympics.
actually...
They might have their
Yeah.
own Olympics going on, but I don't know about being in the Olympics.
I don't know. You're right. I played a lot of MOBAs. I used to hate MOBAs.
I've tried League and Dota, and I didn't want to think about doing everyone having different levels at different times. I didn't want to think about the items and the builds. I didn't want to think about that. Then Heroes came along. I'm like, okay, this is simple. I don't have to think too much. I can just have fun, and I still get mad at people because they're stupid.
Again, it's one team.
How does one team? So
I don't know. I mean, not to cut you off. I mean, personally, I loved Dawngate. Dawngate for me was simple, easy to get into, fun, very colorful, and of course, because EA made it, it died. Died too quick, died too soon, but it's whatever. Speaking of Dota Reborn, I actually did play some Dota 2 Reborn. They had a... I used to play Dota religiously, then I stopped, and then I picked it back up recently when the Reborn came out. They had a mode in there where it's just everyone. It's like 8 people in there, and it's just an arena fight. It is so much fun, because I'll admit, I was like, I can't play regular Dota. I don't have that kind of commitment to myself where I'm spending an hour for a match. I don't have that time commitment, people. I don't. So I went in there. The match took like 20, maybe 25 minutes. Beautiful. 25 minutes. You go in there. You go to Rec Shop, and of course, I'm horrible at it, so I get destroyed. I get murdered. I didn't come in last, so that was all. It was, that was all that mattered. I didn't come in last place. But like you said, MOBAs are coming everywhere. They're huge. Heroes of the Storm right now is really taking off. I think it's going to be, if not one of the top, if it doesn't beat like League and Dota 2 out, but it still has a long road to go. So I guess I can see where you're coming from, where everybody has one, but when does it stop? When are there too many? When do we finally say enough is enough? I don't want any more.
I'll say this. I think the MOBA market, if you will, is doing a good job of weeding out everything else itself. There won't be too much because there's already been so many free ones that come out, just like MMOs. But there's still those top 3 or 4 games that'll stay top, and the community will keep them there. I mean, you look at League for the last, I don't know, how long has it been? Like the last year and a half or whatever, League has been the top of Twitch, like every single day. Dota's been in the same top 10. Now Heroes is making its way up there. But I mean, Heroes is going to do that. Why? Because it's Blizzard. Blizzard, anything they touch becomes gold for some reason, which I mean, I can agree with that. I like their games. But
Overwatch.
I think the community will do it. The community will keep it under control for us. We won't have to worry about it.
We hope, ladies and gentlemen. We hope.
It's been going well so far.
Yeah.
But then things like Dawngate falling apart happens. I blame EA. It's all EA. Why? Because anything they touch withers up and dies. So that happens.
Tim, you're about to become an only child. Just throwing that out there. You don't disrespect Dawngate, man. You do.
It was a really good game, honestly. What I liked about it was it didn't give you, it lets you get an option of, okay, do you want to be a last hitter? Do you want to kill people? Do you want to jungle, or do you want to support? I mean, it gives you an option of of course, every character is also always better at one thing than is something else. But it gave you options, and not like League where there's 5 roles, you stick to that. In Dota, there's 5 roles, you stick to that. In Heroes, they're given roles, but your team comp isn't necessarily. Let me not say roles. Let me say team comps are basically stuck in League. They're the same. That never changes. It changed once in career where ADs were mid and mid laners were bottom, and then they switched it and never changed back. And Dota has always been the same since, I think, the first one. I'm not sure, I didn't watch much of one. But Dawngate gave you more options, and I liked it. And that's also why I like Heroes. You're not stuck with a specific comp. You can just do whatever the hell you want. The map actually changes. And there's just variety to it.
I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for Face to say something smart. I'm just waiting because he got that look on his face like he just wanted to say something smart.
No, I got nothing. Tim, what do you think? Have you played many MOBAs, Tim?
I have not. I've mainly just played Heroes. I played the tutorial of Dota, and that's it. So I don't know much about this
Just
subject.
the tutorial turns you off? Man, that's rough.
Well, I didn't have anyone to play with, and it was like, at the time I wasn't into them.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Heroes, bringing multiple people into MOBAs, unlike anything.
I think
else.
it's a good beginner MOBA.
Yeah, I can see that.
It is.
I mean, the community's there right now. The community's awesome, unlike
Yeah.
Dota or League.
They've had a couple big tournaments already.
Yes, and they're amazing. So
They are really. They don't have the viewership like the other ones do, but they're still good.
Yeah, they don't have
viewership.
You're
right.
I think the last one, the prize pot was decent. It was a decent prize pot, but if they start getting up there and they start having those huge prize pots competing against Dota and League, then they'll get the membership up there. They'll get that viewership.
Right. When are we gonna put together a team? When are we gonna make some money?
Team Tentative, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at Team Tentative. We just need to find a 5th. It's not going to be Vince.
No, dear God, no.
Anything but Abathur.
Anything but Abathur.
We can't play a match without looking at him like, God, Abathur, really?
Well, it's not that Avatar's bad. It's just that Vince doesn't pay attention.
He doesn't care about the team. How does one
That,
team?
that's
How does
true.
one team?
Out this one team.
Oh. Oh man, I don't know. I guess MOBAs are there. We're gonna find out about them and we'll see what happens. Other than Heroes, again, like I was saying, I played a match of League. I played it last night. Yeah, it was last night, and we won. But I was like, "This is disgusting. This is horrible. This is filth." So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go play some Heroes, and I played that for the rest of the night. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think MOBAs are just going to keep getting bigger. I mean, the trends on Twitch have been MOBAs getting bigger and bigger. The trend
true.
in just esports in general, it's pretty much ruled by MOBAs and things like Counter-Strike, you know what I'm saying?
MOBAs
So I
are
think
everything.
I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
It probably won't change anytime soon, but eventually I do think there will be something else. I mean, there were FPSs. That was the huge thing. And recently, MOBAs are getting more attention. So I think it'll be this way for a couple of years, few years maybe.
Oh, let me write this down right quick. So in a couple of years, I can throw it in your face.
I gotta do it.
Wait a
There'll
minute.
be a big change. All right, then, Tim. What's going to be the next big thing? If it's not MOBAs, what's going to take over?
I don't know.
Damn. I was trying to get my investment portfolio ready, man. Tim, I need you to pick
Competitive
this up,
MMO.
dog. Pick this up.
Competitive role-playing.
That's just what I think.
What do you think LARPing is, man? What do you think LARPing is?
A disease?
Let's move on.
Oh my god.
All right.
I've got my broadsword.
Have you your magic wand?
Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez. All right.
Avast.
Enough of that. Tim, dog.
Yes.
What's your topic,
Yes, sir.
dog? What you got?
My topic is, it deals with sequels in gaming.
Uh-oh.
And do you think there should be more sequels or more original ideas? Because there are good sequels out there. And there's been a lot of games through gaming history. So there probably aren't too many original ideas you could probably come up with. But, like,
Uh-oh.
eventually with sequels, you're getting to a point where it just gets convoluted. Just look at Assassin's Creed. And sometimes with sequels, I think they're pretty good. In my opinion, Borderlands, they have good sequels. A lot of people don't like the new characters in them, but the story isn't bad.
They can get over it.
And
I don't like the new characters. So what? They are
doesn't matter.
fun. They are actually really good. Deal with it. No, man, sequelitis. That is an issue.
It is.
For me personally, before anybody else, I'm gonna cut all y'all fools off. I don't know. I think it's give and take. There can be too many sequels, like Mega Man. I love Mega Man to death, but after Mega Man 15, I'm kind of tired.
It happens.
Mega Man 28. God, just stop.
It's coming.
But I mean, there has to be a balance. Some games deserve a sequel. Batman, I think, is one of those few games where you can have a sequel because the sequels in Batman's cases have constantly improved over the other, except for Arkham Origin. That doesn't count though. Whatever. So I don't know. It's give or take. I'd like to see more new IPs. For a lot of companies, I'd like to see them stop rehashing some of their same IPs. I'd love to see.
Mario.
Yeah, actually. I'm sorry, Mario. I love you to death. I'm looking forward to Mario Maker. But man, Mario, you're kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog at this point, bro. You need to
oh my god.
You
We
need to-
don't talk about Sonic.
take it to the back. No, we need. For an example, since I guess we might not talk about E3, which is a good thing. I think this E3 we saw. I felt like a healthy mix of new titles and sequels. Some of the games didn't need sequels. Assassin's Creed, whatever. I don't know how you're gonna work this out, but cool, whatever. And We got some good ones. You got Horizon. We had some other ones. I can't think of other than Horizon off the top of the head because that game is so godlike to me.
It looks awesome.
It looks awesome. And then we have some, we do have some good sequels that I think were worth it. Need for Speed. I'm looking forward to the new Need for Speed. That's hot for me. And then we're going to talk about one of David's favorite games that hasn't out yet right now. You know what I'm about to say. Initials are L.A. Lost Ark. Look at that face.
I was waiting for this game, man. They didn't announce it at E3.
They didn't announce it at E3, but that's one of those games where it's a new title that's taken on the Diablo genre, which I still think is fun. It's still amazing. So I don't know. We need to have a mix. We need to have a mix, and sequels are the safe bet for a lot of companies, but you need to be able to balance.
I agree.
I agree
Okay.
as well.
So, I like this topic. I will tell you why. Because I'm upset at gaming companies. Why am I upset at gaming companies? Because things that need sequels don't get them, and things that are made are like, why did you make that? It was never perfected in the first place. This was not needed. But
No, hold on.
Okay,
What needs a sequel right now? Right now,
what needs a sequel? Advent Rising and Phantom Dust. Both of the Phantom Dust almost had that sequel. Kickstarter, it failed. It's not going to happen. But Advent Rising, the end of the game starts you off on a completely different place. You have a power you cannot use. This huge thing picks you up, carries you away. They never made a second one.
I think you're overestimating how good Advent Rising was, because it wasn't that good.
I thought it was great.
No, you have horrible.
I mean,
taste.
it's everybody's opinion, that kind of thing. But I mean,
In my
there's
opinion, you have
things
horrible
that really
taste.
could have used. They really could have used sequels, I think, but never got them. Shut up. Why don't you shut up? But going along with what Tim said earlier about them, what was it? Things can't be. There's just been mini games, and you can't have new things. But there is. I mean, look at the indie market. They have been completely crazy stuff right now. And they've got more things like Oculus Rift and all that kind of stuff that's coming out that's opening that up to even more things. But they need to do something with that. I don't want to sit there and play indie games for the rest of my life. I want to see good games come out. If they're sequels, make it a good one. Because it's like games and movies have the same problem. The sequels usually aren't nearly as good as the original because they think like... Huh?
Looking at you, Avengers.
Well,
Iron Man.
either way.
Oh.
No, I think that there's a big market for sequels, if done correct. Most of them are not. Mass Effect, first game was awesome. I didn't like the later ones. I mean, it was almost the exact same game, I guess, but it didn't have that same feel to me. And if you can't match the feel and the world of your first game, you're not doing it right.
I just want to mute you so bad right now.
I'll mute myself.
I just want to like freeze your camera and never.
Why, man?
Mass Effect 2 was so much better than Mass Effect 1.
I don't know. I mean, with they announced a new Mass Effect at E3, but it's not a sequel though, is what they're saying. It's in a completely different universe and all that kind of stuff. Of course, people are making jokes about it, but I mean, I like that idea better than continuing the story.
So okay, then all right. So maybe I should ask Tim this: where does rebranding fall for games like Final Fantasy, or in this case, Mass Effect Andromeda, or Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft Auto series, where those are numbered sequels, but they're all new stories? Do you feel like those count as official sequels, or are they just, all right, I'm just using the same title, but it's a whole new game?
I think it is a new title for me. Like, it's not the same people. It's not, if it's not even in the same area, I can see why they can use the same name if they want to make it similar. But if it's going to be something completely different, why not just make it an original idea? Don't cash out on the name of something else.
Right.
Like with Halo, they had a small little game on Steam. You remember what? I don't remember the name of it.
Dude, it was
But it was like
terrible.
a top down, and it was
Yeah.
Halo Wars?
Halo Wars. No, that was the RTS, wasn't
Was
it?
that's the RTS?
Yeah.
Are you mean
That was the
Spartan
RTS.
Assault?
Spartan Assault.
That
Okay.
one. It's
So
just
bad, dude.
It's like why even make that? It didn't make much sense to me at all.
Because we need some quick money right now. We need
We
cash.
gotta fund
make a
Halo
new Halo.
5, people. We gotta fund Halo 5.
We need cash. I don't know what to do. I have an idea. A twin stick Halo shooter.
Ugh.
So far.
But I do personally. I do sometimes, most of the time, I do like whenever a game will do something completely different in the same universe. Like if they have throwbacks to the other games and have appearances from characters from the past games, even if it is something else. Like again with Borderlands, just they have the same characters in there, but you're doing other things without them.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it when they build on the world. Because they build that world, they build that universe, it's this huge thing. It's not just one person going through the storyline, it's multiple people in the same world with their own stories. And I really enjoy that. And I like what you're saying when they throw in things from other games, other characters. It's like, oh, look at that! I played the first one, so I know who you are, what you've been doing. Ah!
You're a
You know,
little
that
too
stuff
hyper.
that stuff is really cool.
No
And
more sugar
that,
for
that
you.
that makes the lore of the game more believable to me. And it makes me feel more like I'm one of the characters because I see that and I'm like, you. But I mean that kind of stuff's cool. But not a lot of games do that now. I don't know why they don't want to take the time to make huge fleshed out stories. I don't know. I'm not the one making the games. I just play them.
Okay. Then here's a random question for everybody. Favorite sequel?
Bioshock.
Bioshock does have good sequels.
Man. Okay, I think
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex has good. Okay, Deus Ex does have a good sequel. Quick question: can we say Bioshock might be one of the few games that could say the sequel's actually better than the original? Because Bioshock Infinite
Was pretty
I think
ridiculously good.
I think it was so much better than the others. Can we say that?
And a lot of people thought that.
Yeah.
Can we agree on that? I think Bioshock Infinite can officially say, hey, we were so much better than the first one, story-wise, gameplay-wise. What about Bioshock 2? Bioshock 2 doesn't count.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
I could
count, man.
not get into the second one.
Nobody really could. I beat the second one, but I forced myself to
Yeah.
beat the second one because I had rented it, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not just going to waste my money. I'm going to beat this piece of trash. Oh, man. All right,
I do like the Dark Souls sequels as well.
Oh, yes.
I do.
I like
I like the Souls games.
Who's in
I like
charge
all
of
the
this
Souls
call?
games.
Kick
I
Tim out of
can't
this
say-
call.
I cannot say Dark Souls is better than Demon Souls. I like the world better, but the way everything was fleshed out in Demon Souls is much better for me.
Yeah.
So, my opinion on all of this is, I kind of agree with both of them. Where if you can admit it, Bioshock Infinite, in a way, was not a sequel to the other ones. It was an offshoot. Obviously, it says Infinite instead of 3. Obviously, I think both cases of sequels / shame names. I think some of them deserve it, like Final Fantasy. None of them are tied together. They'll add a 2 to the end to tie things together. And those were not that great. So I think some games do not deserve a sequel in the same universe with the same people. I also think they don't deserve another game with the same name. Like Assassin's Creed the games are not sequels. They're rebranded in a different time period. But I also think they're just squeezing the money out of it. They're just picking a historical event that happened, making an assassin for it, and then
Cashing out.
cashing out, basically. David,
But you,
stop being suggestive.
it's just
not.
because we just keep throwing
Yeah,
money at
that's
it.
basically all it is.
We just
Yeah,
keep throwing
I
money
mean,
at it, so-
I think Gears, primary example, I think they should have stopped at 2. That kept going. But that's just me. I didn't, they released 2 more games. Judgment, I heard, was horrendous. And they're making a 4. I don't think I'm going to play it.
He
So
says
I agree. I
loudly,
think
ladies and gentlemen.
I think Batman is a good example of their sequels, and they're good. They improved upon the engine they have and improved upon the gameplay. And Batman, you could probably make 20 Batman games, and they all be good because you have a billion different stories.
Whoa. Rocksteady,
Okay.
Rocksteady, whatever you do, do not listen to this man. Do not,
Do not
make
make 20.
Batman games. Stop where you are. Stop right here with Arkham Knight. That's it. You make 20 Batman games, people might buy the next 2, but you're done. Don't do it.
But I'm saying, like, you have story options. You have so many stories to pull from, and even the games aren't even based on comic book stories, if I'm correct. They're their own stories. But you get what I'm saying. Batman has options of what you can do with the games. All these other games are original ideas. They don't deserve sequels, honestly. Like, Lost Planet 3 was bad. I didn't even play it because it basically swapped places. It looked like a Dead Space game.
Wait.
Like, why would you even make the... I never played it, but Lost Planet 2 was amazing. Lost Planet 3 was bad.
I feel horrible. I didn't even realize it was a Lost Planet 3.
That's a good thing. You shouldn't even feel bad. That's a perfectly
serious.
good thing.
Now I have to look this up. Now I have to look this up.
Dead Space 3, I have not finished yet, but I think the Dead Space games, the first 2 were fun. They were terrifying. But some games, I agree, some games do deserve sequels and some games don't. Even if it's a rename in the same universe with different people, I still don't think they deserve it.
We don't talk about Halo.
That's true. No. Halo 2, for me, much better than the first one. Halo 3 was okay, but it got to the Gears of War level when Gears of War was a big thing. And it was like, okay, we're going to shorten the story, but make the online play great. And then they went on to make everything else Halo in the world. I'm like, what was happening? This is weird. And now the Halo 5 looks legit. I'm very excited for Halo 5.
So you
Why?
feel like
because it looks like it looks like it's Halo 2 all over again. That's the only reason I like it.
Everybody loves Halo 2. I guess.
Trina hates it
because it introduced
Trina likes it,
online.
but she likes first one better.
Okay, yeah, sure. All right, fine. Yeah, I guess Halo. I like it. I'm grumpy, but I like Halo. I love Halo to death. That was.
I think people liked 2 more for Halo because it introduced the online play to it, and that's pretty much. I think that's the reason why people like it.
I mean, you could play online with Halo 1. You just had to have it for PC.
Four-letter word.
And have all the mods for it.
4-letter word Halo 1. That's all I'm going to say. All right.
What's 4-letter word mean?
You know what it means. All right, since you're going to be a wise ass, what you got?
So, I thought long and I thought hard about this.
30 minutes?
No.
See the smoke still coming out.
I want to talk about PC gaming compared to console gaming. Not PC versus, just PC compared. I'm not saying I like either one better because they both have their plus and minuses, but I do feel some kind of way towards one and some kind of way towards the other. I just want to talk about them compared to each other instead of, taking shots at each other. Well, my PS4 is better than your PC. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. So, PC. First of all, it stands out to me. And I'm talking about gaming all in general, not talking about everything else that a PC could do. I'm not about that. So, PC gaming.
About that life.
The first thing that stands out to me, I don't have to pay a subscription to use any online services.
Why you being so cheap, though, dog?
It doesn't matter. When a man's broke, he does what he can. Shut up!
Got no money.
But there are pay-to-play games.
There are
for
pay-to-play
PC.
games, yes. And I like having pay-to-play games more than having a pay-to-play for every game. I don't like that. But then it comes down to a PC has more glitches and bugs in most cases. But then it comes down PC has mods for some games to make them better. Console, on the other hand, is geared toward gaming. It will run all the games that are coming out because it's what it's made for. With PC, it's like, oh, well, I need to upgrade. That kind of thing. I like PC gaming more, whatever, because I don't have to pay for PlayStation Plus. I don't have to pay for Xbox Live. I can play the exact same games. Even they say the exclusives on each, they'll usually get some kind of PC port if it's not already coming out for PC, and the other system's going to be left out, So for me, PC has everything I'm looking for, but I do see the value in consoles. I have a PS4, I have an Xbox One, I have the two new gens, I got all the other old stuff you can think of. And I very much enjoyed console gaming. I can definitely say I've spent more time on the consoles than PC. But oh no, I have more freedom on the PC. I just want to see what you guys think.
So, if Valve and Steam came out right here and now and said, starting this fall, you can still purchase your games, buy everything that you want to off of Steam, but in order to game online, you gotta pay.
I wouldn't use Steam. There's plenty of other services out there, and Steam is the easiest to use and the most mainstream.
I'm just using Steam as an outlier because it is like the number one. Yes, you have good old games because they have a new Galaxy launcher that's trying to take on Steam. You can also buy the games directly from the manufacturer, from the publisher and everything. But I'm just saying, is the big complaint the fact that you have to have that subscription service, or is it? Because I mean,
okay,
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
The complaint for me is I have to first pay for the game.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the game on a console is usually $10 to $20 more than the game on a PC.
Sometimes.
Then on top of that, to play online, if it has any kind of online play, you have to pay the subscription fee for Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus.
It's $50
if I'm
a year,
playing
man.
PC, huh?
$50 a year. Come on, you got that? $50 a year.
No. The fact that I have to pay at all, I mean, I am being cheap here. If I'm looking at like a normal person, it's like, oh, I'll pay $50 a year and I'll get the free games that they offer every now and then. But I don't know. I hate the fact that I have to pay for your game, then pay for your service. It's so annoying, man. God, I hate that.
I don't know. I guess it's become. I guess it's kind of become a thing for me where I just think of it like my taxes, paying my car note, paying or something. A year comes up and it's like, oh, time to renew my PlayStation Plus or time to renew Xbox Live. I just treat it like it's like a yearly thing now, and I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I am broken, and I am part of the problem where that's just become a thing for me. Where it's like, all right, well, let me pay this because Lord knows if I don't pay this, I'm kind of screwed.
I do like how the consoles do try to reward you for buying their service though with the free games. That is nice how they do that.
Until they get hacked and the service is down for forever. That don't happen to PC. Internet ain't going down.
You just get viruses.
Sony, let's just get that out here. Sony, he still hasn't forgiven you.
I have not, man.
He still has not forgiven you.
God, it made
he
me so
needs
mad.
like somebody to come and apologize, give him a pat on the back, maybe a handy.
Twice! Feed me while you do it!
Oh, I mean...
Whoa.
Don't care.
What you do on your off time? We don't need to know.
But, okay, so I'm not even... the conversation I don't want to just be geared towards specifically the subscriptions, because it's not just about subscriptions. I want to get your thoughts on, just... Would you play PC over console or console over PC? What do you think is good from each, bad from each, could be better in each?
I would say I kind of grew up with... I didn't have the money to have a PC as I grew up. So I've kind of got more of a PC gamer just because Final Fantasy XIV was for PC and a lot of other MOBAs I played. But I played Final Fantasy XI on a PS2 with a giant hard drive in the back for 5 years.
Oh man!
And I grew up with consoles, so I got so used to playing on a console that most of the time if I'm going to buy a game, and you have to also realize when you buy a game, most of the time what I buy the game for is depending on what my friends buy the game for. Like, as I grew up, most of the time my friends got it for Xbox. So I got it for Xbox and not for PC. Obviously, I didn't have a PC that could play it. But if I did, even now, like, if one of you buy a game, I'm like, and I want to buy the game too, I'm like, okay, what did you guys buy the game for? I'm probably going to buy it for that because I want to play with you guys. And that's the thing that's a big impact on a lot of people because people might meet people online when they play before, or their friends might have it on a console because their PC can't handle it, or whatever. And I think that contributes to a lot of people's opinion. That's my opinion too. I think PC has advantages where mods, even though Xbox is going to do mods, which I don't know how that's going to go. I think it's going to tank, but that's a different
Ladies
subject.
and gentlemen, I just want to remind everybody. You remember PlayStation 3 and had Unreal Tournament 3? How well those mods worked out? As in they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's just throw that out there as a reminder, as a cautionary tale. No.
PC does have its options of modding. In certain games, I think that's good. But to me, when I think of playing an FPS, I think of playing on a controller because that's what I grew up on. MOBAs, even now, I play 14 on a controller because I grew up playing on a controller. And I think that's also a big impact. But I think both things have advantages. As Face would said, the graphics cards on the consoles, you don't have to worry about upgrading them things. They're already there. You have to spend more money when it comes to PC gaming because nowadays games are like, oh my god, graphics, we got to make it look like it's real life, blah blah blah. Like Ark, for example, that game, you cannot play that game on high. You have to have a supercomputer, it seems, to play that game on high because they've even said they've toned it down so far as to cutting off the audio of the game so people can play the game on a lower end engine or lower end computer, which is another reason why I think my opinion on PC is you spend $500 on a console, you buy the games and that's it. You spend $500 on a computer, you buy the games, and sometime down the road you're gonna be like, crap, I have to upgrade my graphics card because I can't play this. That means you got to pay another $150, $200 if you want a high end.
And know what you're looking for.
Yeah. So you spend more money on PC, but again, PCs have advantages to them. And I personally like consoles, but I can see the advantages of being on both. I think it's an even balance at this point, at least for me.
I gave wherever it is. I don't know. I have all three. I have a PC. I have both my Xboxes. I have both my PlayStations in there. I have that Nintendo Wii U. I'm just like, whatever. Here, take my money. Just take it. Just throw cash at it. I don't know. No. The argument is, and I guess the way I look at it, when it comes to console gaming and versus PC gaming, when it should be console gaming compared to PC gaming. Sorry, don't want to have a fight or anything in here. We don't need to have a wrestling ring bust out. My bad. It's the ease of use. The thing about it is going back to paying for that subscription service. You suck up that subscription service every year because it has become an ingrained part of us. It has become a part where, just like I said, when it comes time to pay your car taxes, pay that yearly bill or something, you don't even think about it. You just pay it and you keep it moving because it has become so ingrained in us. And we trade that off for having that PC, having the PC gaming, having all that power and everything for plug and play. I go to store, I go to Best Buy, I go to GameStop, I go somewhere, I pick up a console, I come home, I hook it up, I'm done, I'm finished. I don't have to do anything. I play on a PC though. Can my computer handle it? Do I meet the minimum system requirements? Are my friends here? I mean, installing it, is it going to work correctly? There are so many issues for all the advantages that you have playing on PC. There are equal, if not more, issues with gaming on PC, in my opinion. I mean, the four of us, we're fine. We don't have an issue. We're good. Like, oh well, crap. I don't know if it's the driver of my video card or if it's the memory's bad, or maybe I just don't have a strong enough CPU. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, let's dig in the guts and let's find out. We're good. A lot of people are good, and the more things go, a lot more people are capable of that. But there are also people who are not capable of it, who just want to game on consoles, I feel. So it's horrible. It's when you compare and contrast the two of them, gaming is difficult on a PC, But if you get it right, it's beautiful. It is the most awesome thing ever. But you have to get it right. It's gotten easier. I will straight up admit. What is Steam machines? That's it. I'm trying to think. Steam machines. Alienware Alpha. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even hurt your feelings.
Can I mute your mic this time?
No. Hold on. Let me just say what I have. No, Steam machines and everything. They're trying to make it easier. If some of those machines are ugly as all get out, though. They are trying to make it easier for people to get into gaming. They are trying to make it simpler for people to get into gaming. But when you look at those machines and everything, what are they actually? They're consoles. They are glorified consoles.
Yep.
That's all they are.
I don't see the point of them. I think Steam's trying to get too big. I don't think Steam machines themselves are going to work out. Why? Because we've already got our mainstream consoles. Anyone that's a PC gamer looks at a Steam box like, I'm not going to spend that much money on a Steam box so I can just build my own computer. It's the same concept of, I'm not going to go to Best Buy and build a gaming rig if I could build it myself for, at least, $200 or $300 less than you can buy it for.
Ladies and gentlemen, if any of you go to Best Buy and plan on building a gaming PC, stop.
It's the only thing I can think of!
This is a public service announcement. Don't do it. Don't do it. The internet is it's a wonderful place. You have smartphone. Use them.
PC
you
part
have friends. PC part picker, Newegg. You have friends. Even if you don't have friends, you have an IT department. Bother them. I mean, you already bother them to fix your freaking printer. Hey, why
That's
you here?
true, and I've been fixing printers for the last 2 freaking weeks. It's been ridiculous.
I'm
Honestly.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Printers suck ass.
Yes,
I'm
they
sorry. Printers suck. 'Cause I spent 2 days on trying to fix like one of those big, like hall printers, that printer faxing things. Could not figure out what the hell was wrong with it. It kept saying the same error. I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna dump this thing because this thing is.
Did you call Tim? Tim can fix it. Tim, go fix that printer.
I can fix anything.
Right?
He's a doctor.
What are you, a doctor of?
Trust him.
You gotta know.
Damn it, Tim. No, I don't know. PC compared to console compared to PC gaming, it's a rough road right now.
I have something I could say about it.
What's up?
Like, one of the better things about PC gaming, in my opinion, would be it takes less space, and you don't have to worry about as many of the cables and cords and all of that stuff.
That goes both ways for me.
Hold on one second, Tim.
Well, what kind of computer you got?
I mean, if you look at the back of my computer, there's a lot of stuff in that thing.
Yeah, I'm seriously, Tim, I need you to come over and look at all these wires.
Well, if you have
serious cable man,
more than one console,
I'll give you that. But they are making it easier with HDMI cables and stuff like that. Now with PC, they have display ports, and that's a lot less. And display ports not meaning HDMI and stuff. If you guys don't know, DisplayPort is actually its own port.
Yeah.
Like it's brand new. But now I will say there's no such thing as a gaming, like a console desk. There are computer desks, and the computer desks are geared for computer cable management. And with consoles, you just stick it on Entertainment Center and be like, well, I can cut a hole in the back of this.
I feel that's a complete lie. I
You're doing it wrong.
This thing is not meant for cable management. I have to get back here one day and I have to clean all these wires up. It's horrible back here. We lost him.
It's okay. It happens. My internet, it's gonna get better in 2 weeks, guys. 2
Hey, come
weeks. Back. Not this Friday, but next Friday.
I was frightened.
We might have to do something special
now
to celebrate that because, ladies and gentlemen, this man has had horrible internet for a while now. But he's coming up in the world.
How many years?
We're proud of him. 5 years.
5 years of bad internet.
Oh, well.
Actually, 2 years of no internet. I was stealing from the people across the road.
Shh. Dude, I have to post this. I actually have to put this online. We can't have a known criminal on here.
They said it was okay.
Oh, well.
It was our landlords.
Then it's not stealing.
It's not.
It's
But it was
It's
terrible
both.
sharing with them because it was absolutely terrible sharing with those people because they had their daughter in another house and she was using the same stuff. It was awful, dude. Okay, so and then I started using a hotspot that my job gave me.
Oh, Jesus. David.
I don't
we
work
just-
there anymore.
We've got to get you closer. We just got to get you
Look,
closer.
look. 2 weeks, man. Not this Friday. Next Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks, we're going to have like the ultimate cast from David's place.
I would not mind that. I have a whole man cave set up so where it's just my gaming and stuff. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm
And
afraid.
you'll be able to see my face clearly.
Ugh. I mean, what?
What we've always wanted.
Moving on.
Much better.
We're done here.
We're
Where's
done
Cave
here.
Johnson when you need him? We're done.
Women's. All right. I guess I'm up. Crap.
Do it. Just do it.
Dude, that
Do it!
is so amazing.
Yesterday you said tomorrow.
Just
Today.
do it. Every time he flexed, I was just like, I don't know to take him seriously. Wow.
You can't forget that rat tail.
No, you can never forget that rat tail. I feel Tim is appropriately dressed for my topic because I'm going to be the oddball out. I'm going to discuss comics. I'm going to discuss, what's big in comics and gaming right now. So I feel Tim is like on point, and he just didn't even realize it.
I didn't. I wasn't prepared.
He wasn't
Dressed for
prepared, but
success. With a Wolverine
nice.
shirt on.
Good job. I think I've told you guys. I've told the
Like
three
what?
of you recently. I've gotten back into comics in a big way. I have gotten back into like one of my most expensive dirty habits, and I'm not sorry. I've gotten back into Marvel, DC. I picked up some indie comics and everything, and I've gotten back into comics in a big way. So, what is your guys' relationships with comics? How has comics affected you as you've grown up, like transitioning into gaming and other media? What's your relationship with comics right now? How do you feel about them?
For me, well, me and David, growing up, we never really.
Don't speak for me.
Damn.
For me, whenever I was growing up, we never really had comics around. But for as long as I can remember, I've always been a fan of Batman. Like, one of my earliest memories was of me at a birthday, one of my birthdays. And the only thing I got, like, all my presents were little Batman figures. And I was like, this is amazing. It's the best birthday ever. But I think it's because we watched a lot of the Batman the animated series.
So godlike.
And that's what got me into it all. And recently, within the past few years, I started reading. I haven't got a lot because with my the job I just left.
Yeah. Eric, hold on, time out.
I haven't
Everyone
had the best.
give Tim a round of applause. He is getting paper now. He's making some money.
Thank you. So whenever I had that job, I never really had the money to do everything I wanted with you guys, as well as buy comics. So hopefully with this new job, I'll be able to get back into them, start reading more.
Yeah.
We'll see. I know
right,
Kevin reads
so-
a lot.
Kevin, do you want to go?
I can go. I kind of grew up the same way. Shut up, please. I kind of grew up the same way. I grew up watching Batman. I grew up watching X-Men. I grew up watching all those TV shows. And I also got Batman figures. I got a lot of Batman figures. I got a Batmobile and everything. But, yeah. But that's how I grew up. I never really got into comics because there wasn't really, where I lived in the middle of the boondocks, they know what I'm talking about. We didn't really have a comic book store or a way to buy comics where I was. And the closest place to buy comics was probably Raleigh, which was 45 minutes away. So, I had no way to get into it. Now, after, growing up a little bit. I think I didn't started getting into comics until like middle school, high school, when people would bring them to school, and I would, read them and whatnot. And then in college, I started getting to wanting to actually read them, which I never. Even now, I actually want to get into them, but picking a point to get into is kind of difficult. But I pretty much grew up with Batman as my favorite superhero. I think that's pretty much how everybody grew up for the most part, is Batman. Well, at least for me.
Shut up!
Not black folks. Black folks, we have Spider-Man, so
Trina's in love with Spider-Man, dude. She would leave me in a heartbeat.
I can't.
I mean, he has superpowers. He could just kick your ass and then it'd be done. So.
I mean,
but,
I can't really blame him.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
But I would say, yeah, I just kind of grew up with it. I do want to get back into it because the DC animated movies were really good, and I kind of got into Green Lantern a little bit. I just like the concept behind it. I like the story behind it. I like everything about Green Lantern. We don't talk about the movie.
What movie?
But exactly.
It was a movie.
But for me, I kind of want to get into both because I have Chris here. I have a couple other friends that are really big into comics, and they would just tell me stories about what's happening and all the cool stuff that's happening, and it's like, I really want to read this because all this cool stuff's happening, all this crazy stuff's happening. I really want to get into it. I just haven't. I'm still trying to find a point where I can actually start reading right now, but I do want to get back into, or get into actually buying the comics and reading them, weekly.
So real quick, before Face goes, this is gonna be for everyone. If I started a weekly suggested pull list, or even an open source where I had my books where you guys could pull from it, would you be interested in it? Would that be something you'd be cool with?
Yes.
Cool. Then we'll talk about that later. Nobody cares what you think, Dave. It's fine.
You don't care what I think. I'm about to give my opinion anyway, so shut up and listen.
Oh.
So I'm gonna break the trend
Here
here.
we go.
I never got into comic books, and I'm still not that into them. I've tried to read them, but when I sit down and read something, I tend to sit down and actually read something, a lot. So I read, novels. I'm a big fan of that kind of thing. I'm not really a huge fan of comics, but I do like the characters in the worlds that are in comics. I love the DC animated movies. They were great when I was a kid. They're still great now. I like the Marvel shows or movies. I mean, like the Avengers and stuff, they've been amazing. They have been fantastic, and I love the world. I like the games. I mean, I just said earlier, Marvel Heroes 2015, been playing the mess out of it. And any other game that they've made has, usually been pretty decent. From Spider-Man to the GameCube, or from the GameCube.
Talking about Superman 64.
Hey, shut up. Look. But
Superman
DC,
64.
That game doesn't exist. That's like
That game never existed.
That's like ET.
So,
a myth.
Aquaman.
well, I like the worlds depicted in comics, but I've never fully gotten into them. Trina likes comics. She's a fan of that kind of thing, and we have comics around the house, usually Spider-Man because of Trina.
Why do I have you on the show then? I need your wife here.
I mean, I would read them, I guess. I just because I've never felt the need to be like, I gotta read this. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you guys could tell me to read this comic is fantastic, and you gave me the entire stack, and I could just sit there and read through them, binge read, I'd be fine with that. But reading one a week, and what are they, like, usually 15, 20 pages, if that?
28.
28 pages. See, it's not a lot to me at all. I get that. It's like watching an anime for 5 minutes. It's like, I gotta wait a freaking week! Well, it's not even once a week, is it? Is it once a month?
Some of it's once a week, some of it's once a month.
I'm not patient!
I am a patient man. What can I say?
I am not.
I don't know. There was a period of time where I took a break from comics, and now I'm back into it. And comics, I guess, like playing video games, comics and video games went hand in hand for me. I remember the first time I played X-Men and Spider-Man in versus Arcade, and I was like, yo, let's do this. And I remember I went to the arcade, I played the X-Men arcade game. My dad came and picked me up, and he's like, so what do you want to do now? Go to the comic shop. I want to pick up X-Men comic, Daddy. I'm an Ekman comic. I don't know. I've been huge into comics most of my life. So bad that I've even wanted to write for comics. But,
Man, if I could draw the artwork for him, man.
It's a rough patch, man. I'm gonna tell you. But like you, David, I read a lot of stories. I read a lot. So if I get the chance, like right now, I'm reading a lot of the Secret Wars ties in for Marvel. So all of those stories are amazing to me. So I'm reading, Young Avenger, not Young Avengers, but AVX by Scotty Young, which is so funny. I'm reading the Secret Wars main line. I'm reading Runaways. I'm reading Spider-Verse again. Because us color folk, we love Spider-Man. Stop. That's kind of racist. That's a little racist. That's racist. I'm sorry.
That's racist. Shush.
I know. I've always been into comics and everything. So another thing, like anytime there was a comic-related game that came out, Marvel vs. Capcom, I'm horrible at it, but I loved it. The first time I saw, I can be Spider-Man and Ryu. Beautiful. I'm about to
Take my money.
Take my money. Take my money. Just take my money. I remember having a Dreamcast. I bought a Dreamcast specifically for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I played other games on it. I played the hell out of some other games on it. But I got my Dreamcast the moment they said Marvel vs. Capcom 2 coming for Dreamcast. I cut grass. I didn't eat school lunch. I kept my school lunch money for my Dreamcast. I hustled so hard to pick up that Dreamcast.
Want to play some pool? Let's go play some pool.
I got marbles. You want to play?
I had like an amazing work ethic back then. I still have an amazing work ethic. Let me clarify that right now. I still work hard, but back then I impressed. Shut up. Shut your face. Nobody asked you. I worked so hard for that Dreamcast. So I don't know. Comics are ingrained in me. I love the stories. I love the outlandishness of it all. I love how silly it is. And a lot of my favorite stories now, like I read the Dresden Files. That's my big thing. I love that. That's got made into a comic now.
Really?
I can't knock it. I'll hook you up with some of those too. I don't know. It's just for me, comics and video games have always been hand in hand. They tell great stories. They're a great way to escape when you have like a long, monotonous, boring as hell day. And they're fun. They're just fun. Like reading about, having one of Wolverine's side-off stories where he's just going around, he gets domesticated, he forgets who he is, he loses his powers, and he just becomes some side bitch or something. It's fine. It's great. It's just so stupid for somebody like a cold-hearted killer like Wolverine to just be like the nicest guy around. I'm like, whatever. Just read.
You like a balloon, son.
Did you see that Wolverine was giving out balloons?
Reading.
Call me son.
And that's a bad example, but just reading side stories, everything. I don't remember my first comic it wasn't X-Men, it was actually Death of Superman. That was a horrible place to start. I was like, I remember.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I remember Superman. Didn't he have a show? Wasn't he like invulnerable? How could somebody kill him? Okay.
He's faster than a speeding bullet.
I would have been happy. I do not like Superman.
Nobody likes Superman.
I don't like Superman.
Now, pictures of me when I was younger would have said differently because I had a Superman onesie that had a Velcro cape on it. Bam! Why did I have it?
Tim, go find those pictures.
Cape.
I need to see those pictures. We need black. No,
I think I have one as
somewhere.
well.
comics now. Like I think you like Superman now. They've toned him down a lot. Right now, he's got it rough. He's not invulnerable. He's not like the big man on campus. So you might want to check Superman out.
It's not gonna happen.
All right, I'm gonna.
If I check it, no, I got into when Gambit came back out. I actually started reading Gambit, and I got 2 or 3 in, and I was like, I don't want to buy these anymore. Wait, okay, I'll put it this way. I didn't want to buy these because the comic shop we were going to, we stopped going to because the owners weren't.
They're idiots.
Thank you.
Okay, so
To be blunt.
So was that a limiting factor? The comic shop. That's what bothered you.
Yeah. pretty much. And now I just don't want to drive to Raleigh to pick up comics.
Well, you're gonna be moving closer anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, but unless I'm going there for card tournaments, I'm probably not going to go there every month to pick up a comic.
You have no excuses now.
I do.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Chris has spoken.
So let it be written. So let it be done.
I feel like you've lost your argument. We'll figure that out.
It has been chiseled in the
It's
stone.
been chiseled in the stone.
Now, if
It's
I
not
can
30,
get comics delivered to my house, like the day that they come out or the day after, I would pay for that. That's fine.
And
They're
you have
delivered to my house
officially just
in
lost.
pristine condition.
And you've officially just lost all your argument because guess what, son? You can have that.
Really?
Oof.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing.
Prove it. Let me
Where
see.
do you do this at?
Okay, locally, I go to a place called Atomic Empire. Shout out to Atomic Empire. You guys are amazing. You can go to atomicempire.com. You can start a pull list. You can start a subscription and you can immediately pull out any of the comics that you want. Have them bag it, have them board it. Bag and board means they're going to put it in a plastic. They're going to put a little solid back for you. I'm just testing, just seeing if you know what's going on. And then they'll ship it to you. I personally go to pick it up because it's right around the corner from my crib, so it's not a big thing. So
You give me a list of what I need to buy, I will gladly get them.
you hear this first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to put a list together for them. I might actually do this weekly. You'll get a video, or you'll get a post or something. We will have a pull list for everybody, what everybody's reading, and suggestions.
Hashtag Chris's picks.
Hashtag Chris's picks.
Chris Pitts.
Hashtag amazing. But yes,
Hashtag how does one team?
how does one team? But yes, all right. I think we're good for right now. We're running a little long. This is just a test podcast. So I hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We're still gonna pick a few things up. We're gonna fix our quality and everything, get the calls up and everything. So on our way out, ladies and gentlemen, parting shots. Tim. And we have a winner.
And it's done.
So I
And it's done.
Before we end, I just
Damn
want
it,
to say,
Tim.
it's okay for Tim to say this. Why? Because this is the guy that Chris, before you got in the call, Tim's like, "Oh, I didn't know. I wasn't planning on showing my face." I'm like,
I didn't know it was going to be like that kind of thing. I thought we were going to just be
"We're
doing
going to
something
talk while
else.
pictures flip in the background."
Don't worry, we'll
So-
have one of those podcasts for you, Tim, where you don't have to get pretty for us. This wasn't that podcast, though, dog. So, yeah.
I don't know. I just never thought about it. So I was like, oh, we're getting on camera? I need to take a shower.
Yeah, because the internet can smell you.
Oh, the same thing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm like, just wash your face and suck it up.
All
It's
right.
like, nah, I'm going to take a shower.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week, Tim will be prepared. But, Tim, do you have any final words for everyone?
Not off the top of my head now.
All right. Pass. Kevin, do you have any final words? We're batting 1,000.
sorry.
We are amazing.
We'll do better. We promise.
Okay, Tim will do better. We promise.
Tim will be prepared next week. But again, like, episode 0, we're rough. It's fine. We're going in.
My final thoughts, drugs are bad. Okay.
Stay in school.
Oh my
Stay
God.
Eat your vegetables.
David, Face, what you got for us?
All right, shout outs to all you people. Shout outs to Tentative TV. That's going to take me a long time to be able to say that properly. But hey, whatever. Thanks for watching the video. You know, we try to make it big time. Why? It's kind of fun.
Yeah, we just gotta have fun. We just gotta have fun.
Kind of fun, that's all.
It's good. Okay. Parting shots. Again, thanks for everybody who tuned in. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for giving us a chance. I could tell you, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. You already know what to do. If you like us, you love us.
Do that too.
You hit those buttons. You hit those buttons. You know what's up. Again, thanks everybody for coming in. Face, David, love you, man. Kevin, love you too. Tim. Tim.
Dang it, Tim!
Tim. Sweetheart, Tim. We need you to be.
Yes.
You did amazing this week. We're gonna get you prepared next week. We got
I
you.
tried my best.
You.
No autographs. No autographs.
Tim,
Get your head in.
Actually, Tim is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. We give him a hard time. Tim is actually the coolest dude around. But again,
Ever.
I won't say ever. You're a cool dude.
See what I mean?
But thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around with us. Hit those comments below. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what we can improve on. Let us know what you want to see. That's all I gotta say. My name's Chris, David, Kevin, Tim. We're out. Say bye, people.
Peace.
Bye, people.